Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So today I want to read an article about how to control Mycosporidium parasite in shrimp farms. A type of Mycosporidium parasite is severely affecting aquaculture in Asia. This report by Dr. Stephen Newman addresses best practice in reducing the pathogen, taken from the Global Aquaculture Advocate, a Global Aquaculture Alliance publication. Enterocytozoan hepatopenae (EHP), a Mycosporidium parasite that has been widely found in Asia and other parts of the world, is impacting aquaculture production by severely retarding the growth of cultured shrimp. Although the most common pathology associated with Mycosporidium is a whitish discoloration in muscle due to spores that can stunt growth and cause other types of problems, EHP is different. It only infects the tubules of the hepatopancreas in shrimp, which damage the ability of this critical organ to gain nutrition from feed. It is widely understood that EHP does not cause mortality but heavily limits growth. Formerly classified as protozoa, genomic taxonomy has determined that Mycosporidium are closely related to fungi. About 100 genera of Mycosporidiums are known to infect crustaceans and fish. EHP is now endemic throughout China, Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, and Vietnam, and likely present in India and possibly Mexico. It can likely be found anywhere that has imported live feeds from China and animals from areas where EHP is endemic. EHP is very difficult to eradicate. More than likely, we will only be able to control its level. So, how is EHP detected? The pathogen can be detected using gene-based tools such as polymerase chain reaction (PCR) and loop-mediated isothermal amplification testing of phases from rootstock. These methods can also be used with post-larvae. Light microscopy can be used as well, although it can be very difficult to visualize the very small spores. Although effective, screening rootstock entails examination of individual animals, a costly practice. In some areas, there may be no animals totally free of the pathogen. For the EHP treatment, Mycosporidium infection are typically treated with a specific class of drugs that is unlikely to be effective against EHP because of its target tissue specificity. Dealing with the problem entails a three-pronged strategy incorporating biosecurity in the hatchery, proper pond preparation, and proper pond management during the growth cycle. Total elimination of Mycosporidiums may not be possible. The best approach is to lessen the loads coming into ponds and control the levels the ecosystem allows. The direct vector of EHP in ponds has not yet identified. Biosecurity in hatcheries. Proper practice and procedure for biosecurity in hatcheries can help control EHP. First is a no live feeds. Pond-reared adult broodstock as well as those feed infected live feed can be infected and spread EHP through feces. The use of live animals, including polychaetes, clams, warm-water squid, and locally produced artemia in broodstock maturation facilities poses a significant biosecurity risk and should be discouraged. Live feed such as krill do not pose a risk. If live feeds are used, they should be frozen, pasteurized, or even irradiated. Secondly is a disinfection. Maturation facilities and hatcheries should be dried out completely, washed and then disinfected with a caustic solution of sodium hydroxide. It has been suggested that all equipment, pipes and tanks should be soaked in 2.5% sodium hydroxide solution for at least 3 hours. After this, remaining caustic solution should be washed away and all of the treated materials allowed to dry for an extended period. Rinse before use with acidified chlorine at 200 ppm and pH less than 4.5. Mycosporidium spores are extremely resistant to most treatments and completely elimination will prove challenging. The goal is to substantially lower the load. Third is clean, eggs, and no play. Proven strategy for washing and rinsing no play with the appropriate mix of fresh water and chemicals, which is iodine and formaldehyde, among others, that can weaken the passive attachment of spores to eggs and nuclei. Thus, listening transmission must become routine. This is an effective tool against EHP as well as for lowering the loads of the bacteria that cause early mortality syndrome that pass from rootstock to post-larvae. Pond preparation. High organic loads typically relate to spore loads. There is a likely some intermediate vector, and until we are sure what is it, use strategies to properly treat sediments before stocking, as spores typically are resistant to a wide variety of environmental conditions, with different species displaying differential susceptibility. The general suggestion are to physically remove accumulated organic matter and treat pond bottoms with a very caustic material to bring the pH to 12 and kill many of the spores. Killing all of them may not be possible. It has been recommended that earthen ponds be disinfected with very heavy use of calcium oxide or quicklime applied at a level of 6,000 kg per HA or greater. Pond bottom must be completely dry. Blow the quicklime into the dried sediments to a depth of 10 to 12 cm. Moisten the sediment to activate the lime. If the application is done properly, the pH of the soils will rise to 12 or more within days and then gradually return to normal as the quicklime becomes calcium carbonate. Pond management. After the soils have recovered, use suitable commercial product from the early stage of culture to prevent the accumulation of large amounts of organic matter. This can be used alone or in combination with water exchange. The goal is to lessen the amount of accumulated organic matter and thus reduce the potential reservoir for spores that will be ingested and continue to infect shrimp. Consistent use at levels that lessen the amount of organic matter is important. Perspective. Reducing the load of spores in the production environment by reducing their false vertical transmission as a result of contaminated surfaces due to spawning, in combination with aggressively limiting the reservoir for spores, will reduce the severity of EHP. Consistent use of this method should lessen the long-term impact and reduce the environmental load of spores. Thank you. That's all.